The system is that there is no system. That doesn't mean we don't have process. Apple is a very disciplined company, and we have great processes. But that's not what it's about. Process makes you more efficient. And no, we don't know where it will lead. We just know there's something much bigger than any of us here. The overall point is that new technology will not necessarily replace old technology, but it will date it. By definition, eventually, it will replace it. But it's like people who had black and white TVs when color came out. They eventually decided whether or not the new technology was worth the investment. I think money is a wonderful thing because it enables you to do things. It enables you to invest in ideas that don't have a short-term payback. I was lucky I found what I loved to do early in life. And I started Apple in my parents' garage when I was 20. We worked hard, and in 10 years, Apple had grown from just the two of us in a garage into a $2 billion company with over 4,000 employees. Bottom line is, I didn't return to Apple to make a fortune. I've been very lucky in my life and already have one. When I was 25, my net worth was $100 million or so. I decided then that I wasn't going to let it ruin my life. There's no way you could ever spend it all, and I don't view wealth as something that validates my intelligence. We hire people who want to make the best things in the world. This is what customers pay us for, to sweat all these details so it's easy and pleasant for them to use our computers. We're supposed to be really good at this. That doesn't mean we don't listen to customers, but it's hard for them to tell you what they want when they've never seen anything remotely like it. Japan's very interesting. Some people think it is things. I don't think that anymore. I think what they do is reinvent things. They will get something that's already been invented and study it until they thoroughly understand it. In some cases, they understand it better than the original inventor. Our DNA is as a consumer company for that individual customer who's voting thumbs up or thumbs down. That's who we think about. And we think that our job is to take responsibility for the complete user experience. And if it's not up to par, it's our fault, plain and simply. It is piracy, not overt online music stores, which is our main competitor. My model for business is the Beatles. They were four guys that kept each other's negative tendencies in check. They balanced each other, and the total was greater than the sum of the parts. I learned about serif and sans serif typefaces, about varying the amount of space between different letter combinations, about what makes great typography great. It was beautiful, historical, artistically subtle in a way that science can't capture, and I found it fascinating. For you to sleep well at night, the aesthetic, the quality, has to be carried all the way through. And it comes from saying no to 1,000 things to make sure we don't get on the wrong track or try to do too much. We're always thinking about new markets we could enter, but it's only by saying no that you can concentrate on the things that are really important. Part of what made the Macintosh great was that the people working on it were musicians, poets, and artists, and zoologists, and historians. They also happen to be the best computer scientists in the world. But if it hadn't been computer science, these people would have been doing amazing things in other fields. I think it's brought the world a lot closer together, and will continue to do that. There are downsides to everything. There are unintended consequences to everything. The most corrosive piece of technology that I've ever seen is called television, but then, again, television, at its best, is magnificent. To turn really interesting ideas and fledgling technologies into a company that can continue to innovate for years, it requires a lot of disciplines. Who wants a stylus? You have to get him and put him away, and you lose him. Yuck. Nobody wants a stylus. I'm an optimist in the sense that I believe humans are noble and honorable, and some of them are really smart. I have a very optimistic view of individuals. But innovation comes from people meeting up in the hallways or calling each other at 10:30 at night with a new idea, or because they realize something that shoots holes in how we've been thinking about a problem. Pretty much, Apple and Dell are the only ones in this industry making money. They make it by being Walmart. We make it by innovation. I've always wanted to own and control the primary technology in everything we do. A lot of companies have chosen to downsize, and maybe that was the right thing for them. We chose a different path. Our belief was that if we kept putting great products in front of customers, they would continue to open their wallets. Of all the inventions of humans, the computer is going to rank near or at the top as history unfolds and we look back. It is the most awesome tool that we have ever invented. I feel incredibly lucky to be at exactly the right place in Silicon Valley, at exactly the right time, historically, where this invention has taken form. We think Android is very, very fragmented, and becoming more fragmented by the day. And as you know, Apple strives for the integrated model so that the user isn't forced to be the system's integrator. I think right now it's a battle for the min-share of developers and for the min-share of customers. And right now iPhone and Android are winning that battle. It took us 3 years to build the next computer. If we'd given customers what they said they wanted, we'd have built a computer they'd have been happy with a year after we spoke to them, not something they'd want now. I get asked a lot why Apple's customers are so loyal. It's not because they belong to the Church of Mac. That's ridiculous. I met Woz when I was 13 at a friend's garage. He was about 18. He was, like, the first person I met who knew more electronics than I did at that point. We became good friends because we shared an interest in computers and we had a sense of humor. We pulled all kinds of pranks together. First was the mouse. The second was the click wheel. And now, we're going to bring multi-touch to the market. And each of these revolutionary interfaces has made possible a revolutionary product: the Mac, the iPod, and now the iPhone. The engineering is long gone in most PC companies. In the consumer electronics companies, they don't understand the software parts of it. And so you really can't make the products that you can make at Apple anywhere else right now. Apple's the only company that has everything under one roof.